Sarva-Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Verse number 531, please read. Ayamatma nitya siddha hai pramane sati bhasate nadesham napi va kalam nashuddhim vapyapekshate devadattohamitetate vijnanam nirapekshakam tadvad brahmavidopyasya brahmahamiti vedanam devadattohamitetate vijnanam nirapekshakam tadvad brahmavidopyasya brahmahamiti vedanam. I hope you thought over these points that we discussed in the morning. After listening to such a long time, 530 verses, by now you are totally conversant, well-versed with these ideas, where you clearly see, as Shankara describes, Ayamatma Nitya Siddha, first statement. This self. When you say the word this self, it is not like telling this flower. When I say this flower, I and the flower are different. When I say this tree, I and the tree are different. When I say this body, same thing. I and the body is different. When I say this thought, again, in relation to which you say this, it is different from that. But when you say this Atma, both the words become one and the same. Ayam Atma Brahma. The meaning of the word this, which is never subject to be that. Understand the statement. The meaning of the word this. The meaning, the absolute meaning. Because this and that is a relative proposition. That moon, this earth, this moon. So that moon sometimes this, sometimes that. Earth is sometimes this, sometimes that. The ashram is sometimes this, sometimes that. Body is sometimes this. This body, that house. That body, these eyes. So sometimes this, sometimes that. Whereas when you say that thought, from which standpoint you call that thought? That is something, you can't name it as this. With the moment you name it, it becomes an object of your thought. That this concept becomes an object of your perception. That is why you can't even say it is this. But the subject which is never available for objectification, I am. You want to name it? Atma. So both the Ayam and Atma, Brahma, that entity consciousness, all pervasive. All the words mean same thing. That is why Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. They are all Mahavakyas. Mahavakya means not a great sentence. What it means is Ekartha Bodhaka Vakya, where all the words mean same thing. Ayam, Atma, Brahma. All the mean same thing. Nitya Siddhaha, eternally achieved, arrived, reached, eternally your nature. At no time you are ever away from this. You understand this wisdom. Today before coming I read an article, I think you should all read. Very, very powerful article on this conversion. See, what happens, why am I taking, is not that anyway it is any interference or anything, but when a culture with this type of a wisdom, where everybody revels in himself, it doesn't have the time to convert. Listen, to a poor man you can make rich. To a rich man you can make a renunciate. You can convert. To an absolute, what should you do? That is why conversion, changing somebody, doesn't exist in the lexicon, in the language of this tradition. You be yourself, what you worship, what you don't worship, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you put on, what you don't put on, that is not my business. You be yourself. Can you find a greater dimension to this? And the hues, that hue and cry they make on, because of the caste system in Indian country or culture, these people are getting converted. Look, looks like very true, but okay, even if in the Indian context it is useless, which is not, I'll tell you how, but even if you say it is sad, when you convert yourself, nothing happens, because you see in Indian context, in South India, if you see Nadar Christian, Pillai Christian, Brahmin Christian, Dalit Christian, by changing the color, the branding doesn't drop out. And there also, Dalit Christian cannot go to a Brahmin Christian church. The Brahmin Christian will not marry the Dalit Christian children. Just think. What I am telling is therefore not that they should not convert. If somebody wants to better his lot by going somewhere, why not? But if you blame the caste system, it doesn't work. Do you know why? I'll give a simple explanation. Please understand the relative problems also. Caste system as it is available today has no sanction in Vedic tradition, where nowadays people are by a particular caste by birth, which is not true. Again and again I am telling you, please see that. This is so practical an arrangement. The example that I give you is about the shopping mall in the present day society. If you go to a shopping mall, please think, there are so many varieties of shops are there. To cater to the needs of people, there is a milkman, there is a saloon, there is a vegetable vendor, there is a pot maker, person who sells pots, then there is a person who sells clothing, The person who sells clothes is not a weaver. One who sells milk is not a milkman. One who cuts, hair is not a barber. The professional is not condemned to the profession, but they cater to all types of needs of the society. That is how in the agrarian economy of the Vedic times, there is a division of labor for convenience. Somebody makes pot, somebody worships, somebody cultivates, somebody catches fish, somebody does sculpting, somebody does some, pot making. You do. And whoever did whatever they did, they become that. Guna karma vibhaga. But in time, the family business continues. Just like today you can see. Usually a lawyer's son tries to become a lawyer. A doctor's son tries to become a doctor. Engineer's son tries to become an engineer. Politician's son becomes a politician. Movie people's son tries to become movie people. So it has been branded. That is how it has been branded, as though they are like that. Just see that point. In reality, it was flexible. Anybody can do anything. There is no up and down, big or small, right, higher or lower. That is why you can see the instantaneous thing. Where I told you that story, where Pandavas and Kauravas were fighting. When Pandavas there is a competition, Arjuna has to compete with Karna. Kauravas put Karna for a competition. And what did they say? Pandavas say, we are not going to fight with the charioteer's son. We are kings. We are Kshatriyas. He is a Vaishya. And immediately Kauravas, the Duryodhana anointed him as the king of Angadesha. He became a Kshatriya right away. So it depends on what you do. And therefore also you can see, in today's society, if there is no caste like a lawyer caste, engineer caste, understand? That is because there are no lawyers those days. There are no income tax officers those days. There are not, information technologies those days. Therefore, there is no caste. What does it mean? No individual is condemned to the caste. So once because this is a self-correcting tradition, nobody can correct it from outside. Because only if you understand who you are is Brahman, the Absolute. And not jati, niti, kula, gotra, none of these considerations of caste, creed, sex, race. That takes away all your limitations. By changing your religion or by changing something, nobody can fix it for you. But there also you shall remain as branded. So how can that solve the problem? So when the problem doesn't exist, what is the solution? A mind, a culture which is based on this absolute wisdom. Who has time to get into mess? Why messing up somebody's life? If you know the truth, you can lead them from wherever they are. That is why when especially you can see around the world, Buddhism, Hinduism, Jewish religion, your Sikhism, Jainism, none of these religions are proselytizing. Only two young religions of the world, Christianity and Islam, are only two religions where there are concept of crusade and jihad. In no other religion have that concept even. There is no proselytization. All religions non-proselytizing. Are you getting that? All religions non-proselytizing. These two. That is why between themselves they can successfully destroy everybody. It's like two bullies in the house and also you happen to be rich. The Christian church is very rich. Islam is now with the Arab Peninsula, with all the petrodollars of the world. If they stay wherever they are, it will be so beautiful and help everybody out in the fraternity of religion. Why trying to prove somebody great or small, superior or inferior? That way they shall help for their own survival. Understand? We need diverse culture. It is so nice. Islamic art, Christian architecture, Hindu architecture, Buddhist poetry, music, architecture. The culturally influenced delicate art and architecture enriches the world. Even in their own country, the country of origin where the particular religion was thriving, everybody is not following that religion. So, even to create a situation in the name of religion where there is so much of conflict, I don't know how they are not tired. Why they are not tired? Because there is nothing greater ideal. When a person is happy with himself, literally we have to force ourselves into that type of conflict. Why is somebody fighting? Why can't leave me alone? I am happy, they are happy, leave them alone. Wherever the tradition, let people come to learn these things. You put your things. Who said not preaching? Preach your religion. Preach everywhere, wherever you like. Everybody is educated, hundreds of ideas are given, let them pick up. Just like you pick up best of the Italian marbles, you pick up the best of Japanese or German cars, you pick up best of the Chinese or Indian clothes, you pick up best of the Iranian carpets. Why don't you pick up best of the philosophies in the world? Let it be there in the world market. But you want to sell a spurious object with some Christmas sale. For what? Then unnecessarily creating confusion. You read today's article, it's a very, very strong article. Somebody has written beautifully. It's a hitting on Indian's head. And as I told you other day, just like Indian National Congress was initiated by that Octavian Hume, today he is a French person, but no Indian can write with more force than him. Because Indian mind doesn't exist, it happened that way. They are telling, if you want to stop conversion, you shall need the people, those who were Christians, to fight this force out. Because you can't fight, you don't know their battle, you don't know their game. Because everything is fine for you. It's just like colonialist coming in, Atithi Devo Bhava. Respect your guest as you respect God. So the fellow has come to loot you. Wow, please come, sit down, do business. He doesn't come for business, he comes and takes over your house. So for you, Atithi Devo Bhava, be a guest, the guest is your God. So you honor the respect the God and he takes over your house. Now what do you do? When there are 33 crores of God in Indian pantheon, one Jesus, what is wrong? What is wrong with Muhammad? What is wrong with Allah? What is wrong with anybody? 33 crores. Why 33 crores of God? Because everybody is God. Everybody is included. God is everything. So cannot the God be, a dust? If God is monkey, God is dust, God is everything, as we have seen already so elaborately. What's wrong with Christianity? What's wrong with Islam? What's wrong with anybody? That is why in any conversion issue, Hindus happily get converted. Suppose they want to marry, no other fellow gets converted to Hinduism. Only Hindus get converted to anything. Why? It's okay. That is also God. You cannot believe, I'm just telling you one incident. God truth I'm telling you. I was traveling in a train. I've written a big article. When I was in the train and some 20-30 people are standing, all foreigners, Americans. They have no ticket. So, I also go to the other countries and I know how nice people are. how everything is so organized, so well, comfortable for everybody. When I saw these tourists, I thought they were tourists. Stranded on the road, on the railway station in Madras. They can't get into a train. I said, where do you want to go? They said, want to go to Bejwada. I immediately went and told to that TC, train ticket collector. I said, why don't you allow them to get into the train? He said, no, Swamiji, you can't give ticket up to that place because in the law it is not right. I said, why don't you do one thing? Make them an unlawful entry and fine them. So legally you are right, they are also travelling. That's right. So gave them second-class air-conditioned ticket up to Bejwada, fined them, got the money. These guys have plenty of money. They went there and went. Believe me, 10-20 minutes after the train starts, the true color comes out. Every one of them is an evangelist. And they come and sit down by the side of I was on the side, I'm telling the whole incident. They, on the bench, they are sitting down there, and they are asking one Indian couple. They are Marwadi couple from Calcutta. And Marwadi people, when they travel with a lot of food. Big tiffin box. Not only for them, but also for everybody else. That is the Indian tradition. Nobody will eat alone. That is why people nowadays give you the funds, the biscuit and you are dead. Everybody believes that you will be a nice person, but nowadays you should not touch unless you are very, very sure of the person. Anyway, so he sitting down, these two ladies go and sit down by his side and he says, do you believe in Jesus? I was listening from this side. Do you believe in Jesus? And the man said, the lady said, yes. Usually ladies are more outgoing, sort of talking, and men will be keeping quiet. The lady does the talking, So, do you believe in Jesus? He said, yes. Then he says, you want to pray? He said, yes. Listen, I'm telling you, it's almost 15 years back, 10, 15 years back, but I remember it's like yesterday. He says, yes. Then he held his hand. Then he said, who is he? He said, my husband. Ask him to pray. He said, yeah. Then he said, oh, sunte ho, because they won't tell the husband's name. So he said, are you listening? So, hold your hand. He is telling us to pray. Let us pray. Okay. So then he said, this lady closes her eyes and says, I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. He is the God. He is the God. He is the only God. The moment he said he is the only God, the lady opened up his hand. He said, no. How can you say he is the only God? Jesus is also God. Krishna also God. Rama also God. Buddha also God. Everybody is God. How can you say Jesus is the only God? So innocent. So innocent. So no, I don't want to pray. How can he be only God? That's not right. I'm just talking about the richness of the culture. Now, with such innocence, what can you tell? But the lady said, no, you must pray. He said, no, I'm not going to pray. How can he be the only God? Then he comes to me. I'm sitting down, I'm listening, but I'm not looking at that side. Then he asked the other person, does this man understand English? Because I am in this dress, no? So he's asking these people, does this man understand English? I pretended like a stupid fool, I just looked at him like that. Then he sat down, right in front of me, sat down and he says, brother, Jesus tells me, I must pray for you. Then only I opened my mouth. I said, do I really look like somebody to be prayed for? Do I look so helpless? I was listening to your story. You are divorced, you have no children, you are cheated, you have this family broken, you are a drug addict. You definitely need some type of solace and protection from some God. Whether it's Jesus, XYZ, doesn't matter. You definitely need it. I have no such problem. Do you think I should be prayed for? He said, no. He's telling me the devil is talking through you and I must pray for you. I said, do you really believe in God talking to you? He said, yes. I said, same God telling me to ask you not to pray. The person doesn't know what to do. But brainless, went on. Then of course I ignored the person. Then I opened my mouth. I said, can I meet your leader? Without my intervention, my request to the TTC, you would not have been getting into this train. I had gone to your country. I know what it is. America is like, Europe is like, so beautiful places, so well organized. People are so friendly and so nice. But this variety I had never seen. Can I meet your leader? Then the man came and he said, I'm sorry. Then I took that lady away, two, three of them. Everybody was on everybody else. You cannot believe. And they were going to every train, it doesn't stop many places, only one or two places is stopped, only because it's a Coromandel Fast Express, only one place. And where he stopped, people came in and they immediately started serving. Those days, there's imported soap, imported pen, imported, gave it, and those people, they all went there. And Andhra, they are making churches after churches after churches. With this type of knowledge, you can't even, you are so sensitive, you can't even ask somebody, who are you, what is your faith? Does it matter? He is the truth. You are the absolute truth. Now in whatever way you appear, it makes no difference to me. Whether you are a believer, non-believer, you are a rascal, rogue, or drug addict, stupid, it makes no difference. Why? In your ignorance, you can be anything. But in your wisdom, you are the absolute. Until you know, you are not awakened to your nature, but once you are aware of it, you know all these relative roles completely drop out. That is yourself. So the tradition which says, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, can you imagine that tradition can say untouchable, untouchable? Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam, God alone is in and through everything. Can it say that is untouchable, touchable? But unfortunately, Dedude has come in the huge tree of tradition. An Indian-looking Christian and Muslim can get into the temple where they regularly do. But one white-skinned Indian also, forget Americans, Europeans, white-skinned Indian also will not find difficult to get into the temple. Why? Because this priest class is skin deep. They don't understand. The color of the skin has nothing to do with your faith. So, therefore, shall I respect them now? Shall I give them a sanction that they are the ultimate? This culture can change itself from within. Not only it can change itself, it can help everybody to understand. Go beyond the roles. Be yourself. So, you are not divided in the name of a Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, caste, creed, sex, race, religion, nationality, on anything whatsoever. Because who you are is not associated with something, independent of everything. Nitya Siddha, eternally accomplished. Pramane sati vasade. When the eye is open, you see things. Your object is there, eyes are open, mind is there, you cannot escape seeing things like this flower. Flower is, eyes open, mind is there. Can you escape seeing? You are, your mind is ready, the teacher is proper, you can't escape being yourself. It's very, very simple. After such a serious thing, I'll tell you a joke. Yesterday Prabhakar sent me. Very, very difficult joke, and try to appreciate. There was two Sardars. Sardar means helmeted fellows, Yeah. Long turban fellows, turban people. The turban people. So these, simply, turban, they are the smartest ones, They are the richest and smartest one in India. Fun joke, like that. Then he says, one fellow tells him, I have a question for you. If you can tell me whatever is in my bag, I shall give you some of the eggs that are in it. Listen, he asked him, if you can tell me whatever is in my bag, I'll give you some of the eggs in it. And if you can tell me exactly how many are there, I shall give you all the 8. Tell me what is in the bag. The Sardar says, the second Sardar says, okay, give me a clue. Second Sardar says, okay, give me a clue. Now, you understand? It's so simple. This truth is exactly like that. He's telling you in so many languages. That which sees everything, nothing sees it. You are what you are and not what you have. What are you fighting? You see for yourself. Who you are is never a problem. What you have has a limitation. Your body has a limitation. You have a body, body has a limitation. You have roles to play, roles have limitation. You have thoughts, thoughts have their limitation. But who you are, consciousness, limitless, unlimited. It's like the actor playing through all the roles unaffected by everything. Now if you say, after listening to all this, give me a clue. Now what shall I say? Give me a break, let me go. Are you getting that point, please? It's so funny, I read that joke, I was laughing, I couldn't stop. But that's what it is, so obvious. Please understand. So obvious. Yourself also, so very obvious. Swayam Jyoti, Swayam Prakasha, self-revealing, ever-existing. Therefore, but I don't know it. Only difference, I don't know it. That is why when you appreciate yourself, you don't feel wise, you feel stupid. Man, how can I miss this? That is what it is. When you know how stupid you have been, you are wise. In wisdom, there is no arrogance. There is no pride. There is absolutely no sense of extraordinariness or sense of achievement. Only discover you have total stupidity, foolishness, and you are really laughing at yourself. Man, I have been really stupid. Everything is here. What am I looking for? Once you see that, with what shall you get involved? Tell me. What shall you get involved with? Will you make a business out of enlightenment? What is your agenda of trying to change everybody, convert everybody, for what? I can't give you anything. By sheer humility, you don't know what to do. I can't give you anything. Why? Because you have everything. You are the truth, you are the happiness, you are free. Only when a culture who says you are stupid, you are a sinner, you are an idiot, you are doing, then I shall make you holy or something. And only to those people only who will accept it, they are only holy or they are going to be redeemed. What is this? Whole world is deluded. Simple, absolute truth. Pramane sati bhasate. When it is revealed by the right means of knowledge, nobody escapes this. Like, Devadatto hamiti etad vijnanam nirapekshakam. Devadatta ayamiti. Devadattoham. Now who are you? Aham Devadatta. Meaning I am my name is Devadatta. You take whatever your name. Who are you? I am this. Do you? It is nirapekshakam. It doesn't have apeksha. You don't depend upon somebody to tell. Suppose somebody, who are you? Can you say, let me ask my father and tell you. Huh? You know. Who are you? Let me ask my mommy. What is this? How clearly, Dehoham, I am the body. As if in ignorance, when somebody asks you, who are you? and you say Dehoham, I am the body, without any doubt and error, that clearly you say Brahmoham, I am the absolute consciousness. It is only a shifting a standpoint, nothing more than that. Previously the I had gone to the level of the body. Somebody is still gross. When you say I am rich, you are identifying with the riches outside. But as you introspect, the I is shifted. I doesn't change. From the outside world to the body, to if you say I see, I hear, to your sense organs, I think, to your thought level, I am conscious. I and consciousness. Aham, Atma, Ayam, Atma. Both one and the same. What the teacher does is a shifting dimension. Just a shift in the vision. Nothing more than that. It's just like a, you understand how you, please appreciate. How do you solve people's problem? Think. How you solve people's problem? I'll give a simple example. How do you solve people's problem? Suppose somebody comes and tells you, Swamiji, he told me I'm so fat, Then what he said? He said, all right. When he said, you are fat, do you know? Do you have a body? Yes. He said, about your body, not about you. Oh, that is right. How did you solve the problem? Placing it where it is. Like the person whose husband was dead. I told you that, did I tell you that story? I am an incident, but anyway, just eat it. Husband is dead. That lady came and said, Swamiji, I want to commit suicide. I said, good. You want to commit suicide? I'll also help you. Nothing worry about it. Why should you live so miserably? Die. Don't worry. But before dying, take some food and die. Take some laddu. He started laughing. I said, look, that's not the point. Tell me, your husband died? I said, yes. What about your mother? No, she is there. What about your brother and sister? No, they are there. Do you have children? Yes, they are there. And you are already 60-year-old, you might have grandchildren. Yes, they are there. I said, all right. Your husband died. You are a wife, miserable, no? Miserable wife? Yes. Now suppose, listen, in relation to your mother, who are you? Wife or a daughter? Daughter. In relation to your child, are you a daughter, wife or a mother? I am a mother. In relation to your brothers and sisters, are you a wife or a brother and sister? Brother and sister. Right. So, you are a sister, you are a daughter, you are a mother. One role from you has gone. Other roles are all there. For one role, if you kill yourself, the mother will lose a daughter, children will lose a mother, friends will lose a friend, brother will lose a sister. Do you think you should kill yourself just for one role? What is the solution? You understand? Solving the problem means what? Shifting the standpoint. Oh, he is telling my religion is bad. He is talking religion. No, you are not, no? That is why fire doesn't come in. Even when suppose these missionaries come and denigrate your religion, you must read that article. You can't believe it. They denigrate your God, they denigrate tradition, still it doesn't happen. Why? He is talking about my religion, not about me. I am the truth. Anybody can talk nonsense about the books. So you don't even rise together. You see, so much is happening. In any other country, there would have been different massacre. Here everybody is, have you seen one, if you look at this Christian opposition, this forum, that forum, Catholic forum, that forum, this forum, every day 20 forums are 5D. There is not even one organization which is talking about it. And one which is raising the voice, they have completely painted them black. The BHP and RSS. So now you are totally destroyed, because now if you are talking about it, you think, you are afraid they will brand you as somebody like that, a nationalist or a, some type of stuff. How unfortunate. Shifting a standpoint, understand, just shifting a standpoint. You see what it is. How do you solve problem? Are you getting that point? Suppose somebody, when you are traveling, in the immigration counter, somebody holds you up. If you can maintain that awareness, is an immigration officer talking to the passenger, nothing to do with me. Half an hour you stand, get away, enjoy your trip. Why people cannot enjoy life? Because the paradigm shift doesn't take place instantaneously. You are stuck with a role. I'm a husband, I'm the wife, I'm the girl, I'm the boy, I'm the rich, I'm the poor. Any role, please understand, any role you are stuck on, that role shall affect you. Rather, whichever role affects you, that is your obsession. Suppose I say, all Indians are full. If you smile, yes, all Indians are full. That means you are not an obsessed Indian. Suppose somebody says, engineers are all useless fellows, and you are an engineer, you are not affected, that means you are not obsessed with your engineering role. All men are stupid. Yes, all men are stupid. That means you are not obsessed with the role that you are a man. But suppose somebody says, every father is a rascal. Don't say that. I am not a bad father. Because that is your big role inside you. Wherever you protest. So when there is a paradigm shift, who in me is affected? Solve your problem, you will know what it is. And your problem is solved once for all when you take yourself away from the roles. Devo dattaham nirapekshakam. When you say, who are you? Somebody asks a question, even in ignorance, you don't depend upon somebody. You just tell without referring to anybody, I am this body, that type of knowledge. Who are you? Aham brahmasmi, I am the Absolute. Tadvad brahmavidopyasya brahmaham iti vedanam. Aham brahmasmi iti vedanam. I am the Brahman, the Absolute. You see yourself as you are. Bhanuneva jagat sarvam bhasate yasya tejasam anatmakam asattuchham kimnu tasyava bhasakam bhanuneva jagat sarvam bhasate yasya tejasam anatmakam asattuchham kimnu tasyava bhasakam. Right, so beautifully gives a example how simple and conspicuous you are. Bhanuna eva jagat sarvam bhasate. Sarvam jagat, the whole world is illumined by Bhanu, the sun. The sun illumines everything. How? Swatejasa. By his illumination, sun illumines all the planets and the whole solar system. Nothing illumines the sun. The moon is lit up by the sun, lights up. The Venus, the Mars, the Jupiter, all the 9 or call it 9 planets, 8 planets, whatever you are talking, the sun illumines them all. The sun illumines the trees, the river, mountain, desert, human beings, animals, the whole creation and the creature, solar system. But nothing illumines the sun. The sun is self-luminous, swatejasa. It is self-luminous. Exactly in the same way, tadvat. By yourself, consciousness, the thoughts, your sense organs, sensations, your body, its changes, the whole creation is illumined. But nothing illumines the consciousness. Just think about it. conscious of the moon? Yes. Is the moon conscious of you? Are you conscious of the body? Yes. Is the body conscious of you? Are you conscious of your eyes? Yes. Can your eyes see yourself? Can the eyes see itself? Forget others. Can the eyes see itself? Can your eyes see the thought? Your eyes can see the object of thought. Thought of object cannot be seen by the eyes. To see the thought of the object, you need the eye of the eyes, the third eye, consciousness yourself. Are you conscious of your thought? Yes. Is the thought conscious of you? You illumine everything. In your presence, everything is illumined. That is why stop talking and see it for yourself. That is where you take an idea, see the message, and drop the messenger. If messengers are truth, you are finished. Message is more important than the messenger. The word is a messenger. What the word stands for is the message. If you take that principle, which messenger, which man or woman you should worship? Understand. That is why in this tradition you don't see anywhere a rishi being worshipped. They are respected. There is no temple for Yajnavalkya, Vaishishta. Nobody. All the sages. Because your body is the temple. You are the God in it. Understand? So every word is a messenger. And the message is more important. You are the message. So if you look at the word consciousness, Vanu, understand, consciousness. Like the sun, which illumines everything. Nothing illumines the sun. Consciousness illumines everything. Yasya bhasa sarvam idam vivati. By its illumination, everything is illumined. Simple example. The sun is shining because your eyes are shining. To a blind man, however much you may insist, the blind man will not believe there is a sunlight because he can't see. The sun is shining because your eyes are shining. Your eyes are shining because the thoughts are shining. The mind is behind it. Suppose your mind is somewhere, eyes will look, but they look like glass balls, they won't see anything. That is why people sometimes ask you, did you see that elephant going that way? Elephant? When? Elephant has gone, but your eyes were glass balls. Because mind is somewhere. That is why sometimes when in an audience you tell a joke, everybody laughs. At least one fellow will be there, he will be hey, what did he say? What did he say? You are in that you are in that audience. Lot of sound coming, you can't miss the sound, and your ears have no flap also to close and open. They are always open. Why did you miss it? Mind was somewhere. Mind was playing football or attending some movie or marriage, So ears are open, you don't hear. What happens? There is no light of mind behind the eyes. The thoughts are illumined because there is consciousness. Consciousness is there because there is consciousness. There is no reason. Like water is hot because pot is hot. Pot is hot because the fire is hot. Fire is hot because you are hot. Right? Are you getting that? The water is hot because pot is hot. Pot is hot because fire is hot. Fire is hot because fire is hot. There is no reason. Sun is seen because eyes see. Eyes are seen because mind behind it. Mind is seen, thoughts are seen because consciousness. Consciousness illumines because consciousness illumines. Swem mahim nirajati. Existing in its own glory. So see that for yourself, please. Okay? Tasma tasya avas, nothing, it illumines everything, but nothing illumines that. That is yourself. Veda Shastra Puranani Bhutani Sakalanyapi Yenarthavanti tam kinnu Vigyataram prakashayed. Veda Shastra Puranani Bhutani Sakalanyapi Yenarthavanti tam kinnu Vigyataram prakashayet. Right. Beautiful. Veda, Shastra, Purana, Bhutani, Sakalanyapi, Yena Arthavanti Tam Vigyataram Kimnu Prakashayet. In whose presence, because of which all the Vedas, all the scriptures, all the Puranas, all the scriptures, all the people, all the elements, the whole creation, your whole body, your thoughts, everything becomes meaningful. That's something. Who can illumine? Understand? Simple example I'll give you. What is this? What flower? Hibiscus. This word hibiscus, who makes it meaningful? The word makes the flower meaningful, or flower makes the word meaningful? Are you getting that? Without the flower, does the name have any locus? Any place? Meaningless words means what? You talk nonsense which means nothing. A name is meaningful because there is object behind it. So the object makes it meaning, the object makes the name meaningful. So books are important or things are important? Huh? So shall you worship the book or shall you see the message? In most theology, fundamentalist theologies, like this is the only book, this is the only thing. This is where you kill each other in the name of a book or a person. This is what has been told. Hari, some fellow has told, so shall I listen to it or what? Oh, don't say it, some fellow, he is the ultimate. Who told you that? How come these wonderful fellows are no more appearing nowadays? Only those days came. Today, if a scientist, even a top scientist also says something, there are a million other scientists to cut him into pieces, intellectually. If you give a statement, does it stand the test? But some old books, whether it is standing the test or not, believe this is the truth. Who said? Somebody has said. Did you see it? Don't have to. If the book says, it must be true. Now, how do you argue with such people? This is what written in the book. This creation is only 500 years old or 5,000 years old. What? how do you sacrifice your intellect? But what are you supposed to say? You should not touch the faiths of people. True. Because faith is so ferocious. Where from it gets its strength? From the following. Faith is not strong. From the following, the faith gains strength. Suppose everybody dismisses it, what faith? A rumor is strong only when people listen to it. Suppose nobody listens to it, what rumor? The faith is like a rumor. But long time, established in a long time. Everybody says, everybody believes, but nobody knows why. It's like Mullah one day was standing. And what happened is, somebody touched him. So he was learning the line. When somebody touched him, he thought he should also touch the other fellow. So he touched the other fellow. So that fellow thought that is the system. He also touched the other fellow. He also touched. Then one fellow in between started shouting, "Why are you touching me?" You just ask him. Why are you touching him? Ask him. Ask him. They asked him, who started the game? Mullah started the game. Why did you touch it? What can I do? That fellow pulled me. Are you getting that point? Everybody is believing in the rumor, but nobody wants to know when it started, why it started. And what type of rumor it is? Life is a suffering, everybody is pain. Or even suppose say everybody is God. How? Between the two statements, which one you like to take? One person says you are limited, useless. Other person says you are limitless, happy, free. Both are, let us say, rumors. Which rumor you like to believe? Both are rumors. Let's say both are absurd statements. Both are absurd statements. So which absurd statement you like to be? Both are mad. One is a crying mad, other is a laughing mad. Which type of madness you want? Crying mad or laughing mad? Both are mad. Eh? But between the two, if you have to choose, at least be a laughing mad than be a crying mad. They say both are useless. One fellow says you are an idiot, you are a rascal, you are useless, Other fellow says you are Brahman, you are absolute, you are infinite, you are happiness itself. Let us say both are garbage. Which garbage you like to take? Let me say at least I am free. Or if you say no, how? What is the idea of telling I am free when I am bondage? Prove it. Am I really free? Because if the other person says I am bound, at least I feel bound. Therefore, that is more realistic. Can you prove I am free? Yes. Come on, sit down, let's see. Now make the difference between who you are and what you have. Does the flower has a name or it is a name? It has a name. So, a name is made meaningful by the object that is existing. All the scriptures are names and descriptions are made meaningful by your existence because you are there. So you are the content. Nothing dismisses you. A book can be taken off. A word can be dismissed. A thought can be eliminated, negated. But yourself, ever existing. One who sees this, always happy with himself, in whose presence every word, description, arthavanti siyuhu, arthavant becomes meaningful, that indeed is you are. Vigyataram kena prakasayat. In fact, which name can describe the flower? Same way, what is that something which can express the knower, the illuminator of everything? Nothing, meaning nothing can describe it. That is how you are. We shall see more of tomorrow. Just read the verse, we shall see tomorrow. Esha swayam jyoti ananta shaktihi Atma prameya sakala anubhutihi Yameva vigyaya vimukta vandaha Jayat Jayatyayam Brahma Viduttamottama. Esha Swayam Jyotirananda Saktihi. Atma Prameya Sakalaनुभूतिः. Yameva Vijñāya Vimuktavandah. Jayatyayam Brahma Viduttamottama. Let's see that tomorrow, knowing which this man, Jayati, meaning revels continuously in life. Close your eyes, please.